Well, hello there. This is Minecraft, which is pretty obvious, of course. So I've been spending some time on a server called Minesaga, and it's basically the age-old concept of Skyblock, but multiplayer. So every player gets his own little space. As you can see, this is my border, which you can expand, I think up to 500 blocks or something like that. And if I disable this border and fly in any random direction, I will eventually come across other people's islands. Now your own island is protected, thankfully, so nobody can destroy any blocks or place any blocks within your protected zone, which is nice. I thought, since I spent quite a lot of time here lately, I do a little tour of what I've done. I'm not about to start a Minecraft series or anything like that, but a little tour, and maybe if I've built a lot more in the future, I'll do a second tour. Kind of depends on how much I keep playing this, of course. Let's start off with this little build. As you can see, it's based on my character's face, which is Dastardly. I don't know if you know those old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, but that's my character in Minecraft. Inside the head is hollow, which is par for the course. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy how this head turned out. Took some liberties, of course, because in Minecraft with your character's face you have limitations. So I put a little hat on it, made the mustache a little bit bigger, made the nose and the chin a bit more pronounced. But other than that, it keeps its blocky shape. Let's see what's next. And here we have a ship. This was actually the first thing I built. A simple little wooden ship. Meant to look a little bit old, how should I say this? You know, cobwebs, there are some holes in it. You know, just an old ship. And then, to give it a reason to be in the sky, I gave it little rockets, kind of like Futurama-esque rockets on the back, and some glowy bits on the front. So it's a bit of a retro-fitted ship. We have a little pirate flag on the back. Crow's nest up there, already saw that at the beginning of the video. Down here is my storage. I use colors to... Why can I not think of the word? And you place things according to categories. Why can I not think of a word for that? Well, okay, well, my brain doesn't work. You understand what I mean. Redstone, wood, different types of grey stones, armor. This is my junk, tools, and in here I have some furnaces which are protected behind some pressure plates, because players, even though players cannot interact with most things, they can open your furnaces and take whatever is in there. So that includes your coal, whatever you are cooking, and the end result. So that's behind a little fenced off area. So the insides, this is supposed to look a little bit like a technological machinery or whatever. Like I said, an old ship that's retrofitted to fly. A little chair. Me first, Lucky the Bloom. And of course, no ghost ship is complete without skeletons. So there's a spawner in here, there's one in there, and there. Let's see. Then we have another portal, which I will show later at the end of the video. Up here, we have a little welcome sign. When you place a sign with these brackets, it becomes a warp point for others to visit your island. So when other people visit this island, they will spawn here. Over here I have a little XP farm, so if you have a sword, you just wait on this golden block and you hit these mobs. Now, mobs on this server do not fight back, they are pretty much just for grinding and XP and making money. These are just filters, they're not that impressive, they're pretty standard. This entire building itself is a mob spawning building, so most what spawns over there in the middle falls through this tube, and as you can see, maybe I think the compression will take care of those nameplates so you cannot see it, but fall down, and down here is a minion which I will show in a bit, which kills the mobs and puts the loot in a chest. But first, let's continue our tour up here. On the sides of those main buildings, on this side and on the other side, I have a couple of iron golem spawners, which are the most valuable spawners. Those guys fall down, they take some lava damage, and then there's water under it. They slowly move towards the middle where that minion is, and the minion finishes them off. Over here we have a shop, as you can see by this sign. Oh, I never finished those trees. I should do that. My little humble little shop with gold floors, of course, because nothing says humble like gold. So people can buy some redstone that's out of stock, have some coal. That's just a filler, but let's see, I have a skeleton spawner. Yes, one left. I had more, but people have bought them. And some fines, that's also a filler. Over here, people can sell me stuff if it kind of works the same as the buy signs. There's a plugin in this server if you put a sign on a chest with the proper syntax, so your name, the amount, the price, and the item itself, then it becomes a buy sign, and people will buy by pressing on the sign whatever's in the chest. And the same for selling, but I don't really need anything, so that's empty at the moment. So here's my little desert shop, and next to my desert shop is one of my latest additions, a dinosaur skull. I wasn't really sure how it would turn out, because I just did it from sight, placing blocks, which now not randomly, but without looking anything up, so I think you can tell it's supposed to be a dinosaur skull. Here are the nostrils, here are the eye holes, this is the side view, here are his teeth. So yeah, I think people can see that, right? I hope. We have a little alcove, spider spawner, a little bit of a ruin for flavor, which brings us to the enchanting table, which is just a little golden pyramid, because we are very humble. Yeah, not much to actually show here. And up here we have some mushrooms, so there isn't really a main theme to my island. I just build whatever I feel like. Started off with a pirate ship, made a little bit of a desert. Then I thought, magic inspired or magical place, so we have some giant mushrooms and a kind of well, tower, mage tower, how should I call it? Kind of a old-timey medieval fantasy mage tower, which used to be my XP farm, which I put in there for efficiency's sake. Just empty right now. And then we have this tree, which I will show from here. It's a glowing tree, kind of like how the purple glowing parts look during the night. That works surprisingly well. And then if we continue, we have a little Easter egg here. Just a little message for people that happen to visit my island. Little tree farm. Sapling goes here. Dispenser drops or uses bone meal to grow a tree. And over here we have a chance game. I named it Banknotes or Bust. I do not have diamonds on me. 1 second. Alright, so how this works is you throw in 3 diamonds and this dispenser will activate 3 times. And that's because of how this server works. Like it's 3 items per second or something like that, just to combat lag, I believe. So let's see, and the banknotes that are in here, I'll show them, are worth 10k each. And as you can see, like any good chance game, the chances to get nothing is higher to get something, because the bank wants to win, but they are there. So you throw in 3 and coal. Ah, too bad. Okay. And then over here we have a little bit of a cactus farm, which is no longer effective. They nerfed the growth of crops, including cacti, or cactuses, no, cacti I believe. So this is useless. And here we have some little bit of just flavor. It's a nice little area. There's some windows over there from a old build. It's blocked off. Nothing to see there. Here we have a little workstation for a minion, and here too. But the place they actually gonna work are here. Got 4 places for them to mine. If you place a minion in front of a stone, they'll mine it. And because this is a cobble generator, oh, that's gonna get destroyed. Oh well. So you get an infinite source of gems and stone and whatever minions mine. Well, I can actually show what they mine because it's down here. There we go. Let's just wait for the fire to... Okay, the fire is gone. So when minions mine something, you link them to a chest, which is gonna be this chest. Enters here. We have a little bit of a hopper sorter set up, so items get sorted in the proper chests. I believe this is diamonds. Here's go emeralds, redstone, iron ore, and coal, I believe. Yes. This should have coal in it. Okay, something's going wrong here. I think this rail is too closed. It's picking up from these hoppers. I have to fix that. But the end result is coal goes into this one, iron goes into this one, and it produces iron here. I could set it up so iron gets automatically pulled from these, but pick up iron manually, you get XP, so I want that too. But I have to fix this because it's not working apparently. Let's see, what haven't I shown yet? We have a little floating flavor island with some gold on it, because why not? This tree is actually a tree that was here originally when the island spawned, so it's not mine. And well, just ignore this. This is but ugly, but I just had to fill this up because mobs kept spawning at the back of this building outside the mob grinder, so I had to fill this up with junk. So just ignore that. Over here is something I'm still working on. Grass has to grow. I'm gonna put a little house here with a little lake, just for flavor. Let's see, have I shown everything up here? I believe I did. So down here I built a little bit of a nether area. On this side, iron golems will fall into this lava. And on the other side, the same. And in the middle, there will be other mobs like creepers and blazes. They fall down here, they end up here, and this minion with a sword kills them. And when he kills them, their loot goes into a chest which is inside this building. Let me just do this so you can see a little bit better. And this is a void chest, which means any item that can be sold that goes into here automatically gets sold. So on the right of the screen you see some information, my rank, my money. And so when the item gets sold in this chest, it gets added to my money. And of course mobs give experience which do not get sold. There we go. Once in a while you just break that and get some XP. And down here we have some iron nuggets from zombie pigmen that fall to their death. Because why not? So yeah, this is my little nether fortress looking thingy. And oh, I haven't shown off this yet. This is my wall of fame, and as you can see, nobody's on it. So a lot of people on this server put up a little donation hopper. People can throw things in them, and they usually go on a little wall with signs. So I thought, let's do that bigger. I'll do a giant wall with banners and make names from banners, but so far no clients or donators, I should say. Oh well. And that concludes the top side of my island. Let's go to the nether, where I have one final build to show. Over here we have a work in progress. This is going to be a giant maze, as you can see. It's still a work in progress. There's a little bit of a nether fortress looking area, but it's mostly gonna be the leaves and the wooden border. Basically, when it's done, it's all gonna look like this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave the top layer open, but we'll see. So I'll quickly show how this maze is gonna work. It's gonna be a little game. There's gonna be signs scattered throughout the maze. Each sign will have one letter, and if you combine all the letters, you'll get a word. If you're the first person to guess it, you win a prize. In this case, $1 million. In-game cash, of course. I don't have 1 million in real life. This is kind of like what you have to look out for, a sign with a single letter. I'll tell how many letters there are, and of course, because I'm a little asshole, I'm gonna put some empty signs in there too. This is gonna be closed, so these pistons are behind these two blocks, and when I press this, it will open and everybody can start looking for letters. And the location of the letters are gonna change every game, so I guess you can learn the layout, but I'll just randomly place the letters wherever. But this is gonna take a while before it's finished. I think that's about it for my island so far. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour. So if you've played Skyblock before and you want try and play that in multiplayer. Give it a try. Send me a whisper if you're on this server. Maybe I can come check out your island. And if you want to check out my island, it's IS Warp Dastardly One. And then you'll end up at the site as I said before. Well, bye bye.